Hi, this is Cosmic Mike, and welcome to another Ayurvedic Monday. Hope you guys started your New Year's pretty well, 2021. I just want to bring 5 tips out there that you can incorporate or do, and make sure you do these very simple tips where you can boost your immune during these pandemic months and, of course, the colder months in the colder season, especially for those who are in the colder countries. And, simple tips that we don't realize that our forefathers did, and that's how they achieved health and wellness in all those years. So we don't have to get mixed up with all the mumbo jumbo that we have nowadays and get confused. These are simple things that you can abide by, and of course follow the others where you can help boost your immune and your health. Tip number 1, digestive. Our digestive fire is pretty high in the winter because nature knows that we are in a place or in the environment, the body knows from its senses, the skin, that we are in the colder environment. So it automatically speeds up the metabolism, speeds up the digestive juices, or makes them a lot stronger. So this is the time to have some heavier, rich foods. Because in general, if you heard of me talking about the doshas, vata, pitta, kapha, vata is very high in the winter months because it has similar qualities, cold, dry, and windy. And that's what we are feeling, and that's what our bodies go through. So we need to do the opposites to counteract these qualities from increasing too much. And we do that by having oils, heavier, earthy foods, which compensate the earth element or the air and space element which the vata is made of. So definitely having those richer foods at point in winter helps you more, with the dryness and the cold, and of course the wind that's out there, the movement. And I emphasize not enough on this, where warm or hot liquids is very important in the winter months. We all know you're cold, so we're going to get or be warm and try to be warm. So getting rid of totally the ice, getting rid of the cold, even the foods getting rid of totally in the winter months. Having more soups, more liquids, more warmth, more room temperature, stews, gravies, a lot of that warmth which helps relieve a lot of the mucus and again stimulates the digestive fire. So you can break down the oils and the fats that you're going to be taking. Tip number 3, taste. To compensate vata or to decrease the increasing vata qualities, sweet, sour, and salty are the tastes that you need to abide with. Now remember, this is not for everyone, of course, mainly for people that are already high in vata, where they're excessively active, they're thin, their skin is dry, and their mouth gets dry very easy. They do not have too much fat on them, so they're cold, they feel a lot more colder than others. So in the general, these are all tips for a general population. So having sweet, sour, salty is what pacifies the vata. Now this could be, of course, any fruit, vegetable, or food, but of course does not include your processed foods. You want to limit those as much as possible, but try doing the sweet, sour, salty taste in the winter months. And vata comes with, again, dry, wind, and cold. There are a lot of herbs that we could use during the months as teas, as warm liquids in your food, which are cinnamon, basil, ginger, fennel, licorice, gentian, clove. All these are very warming herbs in general, and they bring more warmth into the system. So if you're having diets or dishes, you can make them definitely with these. Cinnamon is another one that I like with these herbs, and teas that you can make with these herbs. The last is the 5th, reducing activity, because someone like me or someone at my build, my tendency is to have more dryness in the winter. And so I have a high vata and a little bit of high pitta also. So this is where I would control my activities, not too excessive exercising. Like everything in a balance is important. Running 10 miles every day in the summer is not the same as running 10 miles in the winter, because you are going to get yourself more drier. Now, if you are still doing that, then again, you compensate with food and diet that will compensate the dryness and the cold. So, reducing activity, doing more calming activities like yoga, meditation, or just basic quick sprints instead of longer runs. So it's important to reduce activity because Vata is made of the air and the space element, and all those have motion. So basically we need to reduce our motion. So these are my 5 top tips for boosting your immune during the winter season. First was digestive, the fire that's pretty high in the winter months, warm liquids, warm soups, the taste that you should abide by, sweet, sour, salty, the herbs that you should be doing, the warming herbs, ginger, peppers, clove, fennel, licorice, basil, and then of course reducing the activity. Hope this was helpful. I'll see you again on Vitamin Wednesday. Please do like us on YouTube and subscribe. I have a channel, Cosmic Mike, on YouTube, and if you want to hear more on these topics regularly on schedule. Thank you so much. Have a good night. Have a great week. This is Cosmic Mike.